Tem dois. Eu vou publicar até como, porque é sempre bacana ter os directs assim, não sei, nas situações.
Who's there? I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight. Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest? Pardon my curiosity, but would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. The one who meets my eyes across a strange threshold. Ah, a most unusual name. One I've never heard in our world. Which suggests to me you might reside in a world beyond ours. It is a curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold. Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy. But can it truly be dismissed as something so far removed from you? If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation? A passing daydream, an idle creation of a distracted mind. That must be how you see it. I confess, my own answer still eludes me. But consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire to make the world better than it is, then that hope can be made manifest. Thus does change come, and thus is fantasy forged into a new reality. Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. I'm thoroughly invested now myself, so let this tale begin.
Ok. Eu vou meter hard, porque o Reggie sai, se não me engano, you cannot select this mode. Desculpa, isto acabou de dizer. Eu vou meter hard. E depois, vida. Eu vou seguir um guia neste gameplay difícil porque.
Looks like we're in the clear. The capital's just through this desert.
Is it true then? The king is dead? Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Monsters, huh? I've certainly been hearing the stories.
To say nothing of the vacant throne. There's a storm coming. Mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
They're bandits!
Come on, let's see some respect for the militia! Us folk, we're commoners! No crown or church will save us!
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is a little tribute. You're with us or against us? And if you're against us...
An igniter? How'd they get one of those?
Come on! Hey, keep it moving! Hurry it up! That's right! Huh? Look at you! What have we got here? He's an elder! So he is. No horns, no knife is. Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital? Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy. Hold it! Should have listened to us, chum. Now fall in line! Unless you want to get stuck like us!
You drew steel. I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Stand aside!
Ugh, this place already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Luis saving us? Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached? Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
Are you alright?
Been worse. And from the sounds of it, you're about the same. You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right? The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back. Think we'll make it? Let's go. Stop! Watch out! Okay? Watch out! Look! Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do, right?
Leave it to me.
You say that, but let's go over it one more time. First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center. This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs or we die. And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through. Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road. You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. I mean, fairies say that at least. I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right?
Right.
Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier. Look! Over there! Let's go. Got a sec?
Eu não tinha reparado, tipo, a jogares aqui a primeira vez, já vês que a música vai ser complexa. Literalmente que a primeira música do jogo é esta.
Everything's pretty standard. Yikes! I think we're in a little over our heads.
Pra quem não sabe, eu tenho música deste jogo. A minha playlist é para dar deste jogo assim, desculpa. Eu sei que não joguei Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, mas duvido que a música de VII Rebirth seja melhor que esta.
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic. The United Kingdom of Uchronia. The year is 785. Uchronia is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king. Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built. By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
Great seeker, bearer of fantasy and power. Here my wings should come forth from thy spot of glory to grant me thy guidance.
Whoa, just look!
Whoa.
Get on with it, then! Drop the dog! Hang him dead! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Lying dog! Don't try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead!
Yeah!
There's no way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Paribus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin? Bless you. Oh,
Careful!
hurry.
Don't you have any street smarts? Come on, kid! Look, we're not tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only Elder here, in the whole city even. Capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside. Not that it's very balanced. I see more Plamars and Roussants than anyone else. Which means a dopey Elder kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Try to keep your head down, okay?
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty? They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play, assassination.
Shh, careful who hears you say that.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Hard to see how the nation can come back from this.
We'd not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
The king dead, his son stricken. Are there none left to bear the weight of the crown?
We've done all in our power, but not even the kingdom's best, the saint, could purify this affliction.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? No doubt His Highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have no choice. For the man who cursed His Highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy. I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes,
You cannot fail.
Hey, are you listening? Well, I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and the prince were pretty close. Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high-stakes part. You gotta go get enlisted, so you can meet up with our operative. Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne. That means if we get busted, that's it. Nobody's gonna save us. Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is. Shouldn't be too hard, considering the need for soldiers. So? Whatever will I do? Whatever will I do? Ugh, come off it.
Oh, it's an elder. Why not you organize your contract? Eu vou ler as coisas normalmente como se estivesse a jogar o jogo normalmente, só com dificuldades difícil. Acontece. What's wrong with me being here? A MC mais deste jogo é tão boa. Para quem não viu a minha série a jogar, vejam estes vídeos que vão saindo aleatoriamente. What's wrong with me being here? Isn't it obvious? The church has made it clear they held the old devilish magic that defies the teaching of Sector. Devil's magic, she says. If you were so magical, doubt you'd have it so hard in life. She said aggravating, but let's not cause a scene.
Whatever will I do?
That's terribly unfair. Stop!
I ask you to step away from that accumulator that was double for you for one of your tribe. Accumulator? Looks like you don't know anything. How pathetic. You have no business here, then be gone. You're getting in the way of my work.
That's terribly unfair. But what is there to do now?
That was no ordinary animal. There were traces of something gargantuan crawling about after all. So many rumors concerning monsters in a wasteland. Why, it's all you hear about these days. True, but I read about them in Julian's books. He claims they aren't near the royal capital yet.
Just can't stand it.
Until a few years ago, Godlike runners used to park here in this carriage parking area. Looking at them was the only thing I looked forward to, but nowadays there's a ban on them or something. Although you walked all the way here, do tell me, ran into some trouble, huh? Oh, hold on, probably kicked out the carriage, were you? My sympathies, that's being elder for you, I suppose.
What's going on?
Oi!
Here we are, Grandfrat. Frankly, I don't have good things to say for how Haripans are treated here. We know we don't need you telling us we got attacked by a monster in our hometown. We had no choice but to come here, regardless of how we're treated here, we gotta make it work.
What's going on?
Well met, eh?
Ridiculous.
Idiot peasants.
You have to believe me, I saw it with my 2 eyes, the monster was attacking the town, man. Come on, come now, if any of that were true, the army would have already been dispatched. Enough with your draft stories. Probably just got spooked by a wild dog and mistook it for a monster. A normal man would have just moved on. Here you go. Al kötü fully. Hey, mister.
An elder? Here?
Eu vou spoiler as cenas. Nas cutscenes eu ficar calado. Porque eu já sei o que acontece e sei para que serve cada personagem. Mas eu não vou spoiler nada para quem não viu.
You little bastard, you.
I'm a soul of a driver. How long will this take? Can't help but notice we passed the recruitment center back there. I bet I could register for the army faster than this carriage can exit the city, so hurry it up before I put a bounty on your horse's head. Now, sir, please have patience. With the rail funeral approaching, foot traffic is an all-time high. Elder? Here? Fuck you, bitch.
Simply amazing.
Look over there, you can see the royal palace. No, wait, that's not right. That's where the Great Cathedral is, or at least I assume so, since it's off the main street. Seems to me Sect is a real privileged figure out here, even more so than the monarchy.
So you?
An elder, huh? Pretty usual in these parts. Oh, not trying to be rude, just mind yourself. The city ain't the friendliest to us inferiors. Pessoal, desculpa pelo corte repentino. Okay, does that bother you? I'm fine. Variables trap or not, I can knock those full 6 ways from Idol's Day.
Look at that. The new model's out now. I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.
What's magic? A magic igniter?
What's a magic igniter?
See, there's a couple in the window. Like an instrument plays a tune, an igniter casts magic. Pretty hard to come by out in the countryside. Can't imagine what it's like having to wave around some shiny stick to use magic. Me? I can whip out magic anytime I like. And I can even see the magla in the air. Though, I'm not exactly an archmage.
Wonders never cease. A fairy and an elden child. Are you new to our fair city? Well, I suggest you keep a low profile. Trust me when I say you don't want to catch the eyes of the lords and ladies. Ah, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I run this humble shop. Are you in the market for an igniter? Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter and would make the perfect souvenir.
How much is it?
You're not really going to fall for that, are you? How would you even know what the royal scepter looks like to begin with? You've really never heard of it. Wow. Where do I even start?
A symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty. Passed down through generations. If you believe the legends, it houses incredible magic. World-shattering power. More practically, you might call it the world's most potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough of a deterrent to stave off invasion.
Now he's dead. With no living heir either.
Tragic, isn't it? Kingly magic is of little use without a king. You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
I'll keep that in mind.
A word of caution then. Your survival is your own responsibility.
Well, that was unnecessarily ominous. She has a point, though. We'll need to be careful. Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals. We've got a recruitment office to find.
Let's head there. All right then.
Oh. Is that weird? No, no.
Let's go see.
This is a joy!
Do the local magic association igniters have to be so damn expensive? Though I suppose our magic igniters are pretty costly. I hear you, mate. Maybe I'll launch a complaint with the shop owner. You know, like I did at the exchange earlier. Well, this shop is owned by Brigitte Lightfoot. I heard she isn't one to be trifled with. Regardless, I'm a paying customer. Let me speak with her. I joined the army because I looked up to Lord Louis, but now I get my arse handed to me if I so much as mention it. What's the state army gonna do now? We won't find any decent recruits given the messy state of things currently.
You are?
On a recruitment the recruitment place. Go down this street towards the cathedral and it will be the building on the left. You look into a list as a soldier. Not like there's other work for elders, I guess. Don't make assumptions. Oh, you think you're better than the gram of sushi roll you cracked out of. You're in for a rude awakening, boy.
What am I to do?
Nobody expected His Majesty's passing. There's nowhere either. The Sectist Church had him wrapped around their finger. He was good as dead to begin with. My concern is how the annexed countries will react when they discover the royal bloodline is no more. Hope we can avoid a civil war. The royal funeral for His Majesty the King will be held at the Grand Cathedral. Naturally, His Eminence Foreign will be in attendance as well. You may gather at the Grand Cathedral on the day of the event.
Grant me guidance.
Oh, yes.
All right then.
Give it a full brush. Who else can it
I was hoping that we'd blend in with the crowd and no one would notice that you're an elder, but the people here have sharper eyes than I thought. We don't want to draw attention, but hiding a tribe is the only way to make it work. People may insult you, do your best to stand tall. Easy said and done, I'm sure, but it's for the sake of the mission, and on that note, the recruitment center we're looking for should be just ahead.
What are you playing at?
Really now?
Recruitment center? Foda-se! Desculpem lá, pessoal. Estou completamente fodido. Recruitment center. What do you want to enlist for or something? Just down this road if that's the case. But an elder enlisting, bloody hell, what will be next? Would be in such sorry state if Luis was in power. The mouth of this.
What are you playing at?
I'm out of ideas.
Oh, well, that's an idea. When I heard that His Majesty has been killed, I could hardly believe in my ears. But he was a man indifferent to festivities. His death will not cause any disruption. As long as we have His Eminence active facts for them, this country will be safe. Rumor has it Forden will become the next king, but the decision is ways off yet. It's the duty of all Ishkia to guide the ignorant masses. I agree, there's no future more dismal than having a roguish ruler.
That must be the recruitment center. I'll let you take it from here. It should be pretty straightforward. Oh, and if they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. So long as you don't compromise the mission, you're fine. Good luck in there. Knock 'em dead. Okay, you got this.
A blue blood, are you? The army's no place for velvet-swaddled lordlings. Why are you here? Perhaps your noble family collapsed under its own weight. Is that it?
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's worth. I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
An uppity one, aren't you? Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die screaming and bloody in service of your country. But mark my words, war will turn your arrogance to piss. When your corpse is plucked from the mud, do try to look patriotic.
Rousing words, Captain. You think threats will buy loyalty? No wonder nobody respects the Guard anymore. But I'm here now, so perhaps the kingdom isn't a lost cause.
Insolent pup! You will learn your place.
Don't. The healers have enough on their plates already.
Be gone, and be thankful you're still in one piece. All right, next. Hurry it up. An elder? I thought your kind was long gone. Age 18. An orphan, too. The army can always use more of those. So, what brings you to enlist?
I want to fight for real change.
Lofty words for a gutter rat with an empty coin purse, no? So, what can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
I've got a sharp mind.
Yes, you and every unschooled troglodyte. Right, last order of business. Make your mark or sign your name if you're actually literate.
Eu vou meter o nome de Canon para quem quiser ver a história do Joseph. É Will, não é? Sei que não se deve escrever assim, mas foda-se, fica assim. Will.
You know your letters, do you? We'll get some use out of you yet. All right, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
Yes!
I'm sure you heard about the monster sightings, so stay sharp out there. We're short-handed as it is, so be a good lad and try not to get killed on your first deployment. You can pick up your kit at reception. Standard issue guardsman armor and niter. Kingdom property. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission. On your way now. Up to. Next!
What a long line. Guess we've just got to wait our turn. Okay. After the interview, line up at the back of the line to get your stuff quickly. After the series of cuts will play out until you're president of the border. They said trap doesn't matter in the army, but they'll probably put me up front as a meat shield. Not that I can find battle work. Wish I could serve Count Louise. His army is built on merit, so even a Paribus stands a chance.
What's the world coming to?
Blasted. I came to enlist because I heard you can make a quick reef here, but then I really make you work alongside Crappy Elder? Paribus I can deal with, but Elder right up ominous. Quit your gawking. Why, I could tell a guard you looked at me funny and you'd be marched to the gallows before you could blink. I don't think anyone would care what an elder has to say. You'd hang, so you'd better check up. Let him say what he wants. Fighting someone like him would just be a waste of energy. Oh, say. You enlisting as well? The line starts behind me here. If so, or was something you needed? Nope, nothing. I'm sure you're wondering the same thing they were. If there's stick on the table at home, what earthly force could drag me to enlist in a royal? Well, let's just say I have my own circumstances. I'm volunteering to fight in order to protect the kingdom, foolish or not.
Whatever.
You're so young. Are you enlisting too? Well, not much choice if you don't have any money or a job. Reef makes the world go around, as it were. You want a magic igniter? Join the queue. Cutting's only gonna get you chewed out.
I heard they get sightings.
What? Of those huge monsters? You think that's why we're low on soldiers? Wish they'd have told us that.
What do they call them? Something like,
Next! Another Clamar. Wait, no. You don't look like the others. Surely not. An elder? It's the first of your kind I've seen.
Move it. There's a priority around here. We're arming squires and children with igniters now. Waste of good gear. It's better off in my hands. Give it here.
Brute force! Crude insults. The world is yours for the taking.
Care to say that again, boy?
We all have our reasons to enlist. Now get back in line.
Oh, another high and mighty Clamar, is it? You think your pretty words will measure up to pure Resont strength?
Oh, forget the tribes. This is a matter of pride. Now, you owe us both an apology.
Come on, no fighting in the ranks.
Sorry for making a scene. You all right?
Thanks. You didn't have to do that.
Just felt like stepping in. Don't worry about it. Well, see you around. Try not to die out there.
Don't make my job any harder, please. Here, your igniter. These days, most come with their own magna crystals. So with practice, anyone can use magic. To an extent, anyway. It's not the sort of thing you can master in a day. For now, newbies like you best focus on surviving. And take this too. Protect it with your life.
Wow, that's a real map. It's dangerous to even chart the wilds, but this is full of details. Only the military could pull this together.
Listen up, striplings. My name is Captain Klinger. And as of this moment, you miserable lot are under my command. I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for His Majesty. But if you think you're on cushy security detail, think again. First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border, where you will be trained into true guards. Our veterans there will teach you the one thing you need to master if you're to survive. Pain.
Perfect. That's exactly where our contacts hold up.
Enjoy tonight's sleep, because it's the last full night's rest you'll get. Dismissed!
Look at all the other recruits. They really are desperate for new blood. Oh, right. I know you don't know what our contact looks like yet, but he'll know you by your sword. He'll also know right away why we've come. And don't worry, I'll recognize him. Well, the charming captain is probably right. We should get some rest before tomorrow. Hey. You awake?
Yeah, I'm awake.
Sorry to bug you. Look, I just have a lot on my mind. Can't seem to fall asleep. I'd heard about what it was like in the capital, but still. When you hear and see all this prejudice out in the open, it's a lot. You okay?
It never gets easier.
Yeah, I could tell. Try to put it behind you, okay? Some people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault that the monsters are showing up at all. These are the same kind of people who burned down your village, remember?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but still, the prince was kind to take you in. He cared more about who you were than what you were. I can see why you'd want to repay him. Oh, speaking of, he's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
What book?
Oh, I don't know. The one lying right there that you're always carrying around? Good thing those bandits weren't much for reading, huh? Thanks. It's what you call a fantasy story, right? So it's a fantasy world made up by the author. The prince loved those kinds of stories. Okay, let's see. It says the young traveler was amazed by the world he saw. In this world, there is only one tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination. Wow. So not even any fairies? I guess less differences means less to argue over. In such a world, there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor. Towers of glass that reach the heavens. Safe nights with no dark shadows. Busy streets well traveled. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal. Whoa. You see, no magic, no tribal conflict, and equality for all? It really does sound like a fantasy. But it's strange to feel envious of a fictional world. Hey, are you asleep already? You know how hard it is for me to turn these pages on my own? Well, guess I'll just read more later. Good night.
Cut. Peace.